G'day guys, Lachlan from the FAE New South Wales ACT. In front of me I have the UML DT. The DT, dual transmission, UML, Universal Mulcher Large for lack thereof an L. Similar to that of our UML SSL. It's got the hydraulic hood on the front, as you can tell, sort of from start to finish, from quick view scenarios, that, push guard frames, a few other bits and bobs, but we'll sort of start at the bottom, work our way up, go through a few key features. You'll have to bear with me a little bit. My agriculture or PTO terminology is not great. Trying to get there, but it's not great, so bear with me. Yeah, all right, so if we start at the bottom and work our way up, we're looking at the C3 style tooth. So this particular unit can be fitted with a C3, a BL, or an I style tooth. It's very rare that we get the I style teeth anymore, or at least people are asking for them. We normally stick to the C3s or the BL. So the C3 is the same as our UML. They're a twin carbide hammer style unit, blades, BL, and then you've got your I style, which is like a single carbide style knife, is probably the best way to describe it. Now there's 42 on our smaller unit and 46 on our larger units. This one in particular is the larger unit, so this is the 225. There is a 200 version as well, but this particular unit has 46 teeth on it, or 46 C3s with 2 side cutters. The smaller unit will have 42 teeth with 2 side cutters again. Now if we would jump to the I style frame, or the I style tooth, sorry, you're going to be up around your 58s for your smaller 200s, and then your 66s actually for your larger versions, or for the 225. Now that 200 to 225, same as most of our stuff, does half correlate to the sizes. So your 200 is going to be 2062 internal to internal. Externally, you're looking at 2342. So that's outside of skid to outside of skid, or housing to housing. On your larger unit, so your 225, you're looking at 2582 externally with a 2334 internal. Again, obviously larger unit, more teeth, larger drum, larger weights, all that sort of thing. I don't think I've mentioned this particular unit is suited to that of your 80 to 130 horsepower mark, with a maximum cut capacity of 250 mil. So the 200, again, being slightly lighter, will do your 80 to 130. We do recommend that on your 225s you sort of jump from sort of that 90 to 130 sort of mark. Now if we keep making our way up, you're looking at the hydraulic hood, as mentioned. So there's dual cylinders there, and they are protected by the frame. The hydraulic hoses are built into the frame actually, so they do come on the back end, and they're built into the frame housing here. Obviously for a bit of extra protection. Now with the hood, obviously again, you're obviously reversing into things, you're opening up, you're reversing in. As you're back mulching, in this scenario forward mulching, obviously with the tractor, you can close the hood, it'll recirculate the vegetation, hitting the welded counterblades up on the underside there. So from again, making our way a bit further up, we're looking at the mechanical push frame. So there's 4 settings on the side here. You take out 2 bolts or 1 bolt either side. You can drop the mechanical frame forward 4 notches, and then just tighten those back up. They can be swapped out for a hydraulic guard frame as well, or hydraulic push frame. Again, obviously just running 2 extra lines to the tractor depending on the way it is configured. I did forget to mention on your skids on the underside, we have obviously I suppose sliding skids, for lack of a better term. You can swap them out for penetration skids as well. So these bits just down here, they are adjustable skids as well. So there's 3 different adjustments you can make to get the rotor closer to the ground as well. On the back side, which you guys can't see, it is dual layered or dual road chains, as well as a plated system as well through in those chains. So whatever's going to be circulating through or rotating under the drum isn't going to come out at 1,000,000 miles an hour. The plan is to stop that from happening. Obviously it does still happen, so we do recommend still the same 300 feet or 100 meters in distance. There is greasing points on either side. You've got a central greasing hub, I suppose, but there's 2 greasing points on either side, 1 for every 8 hours, 1 for every 40 hours. There is a leg on the back side here near the PTO that you can't exactly see. You can drop that down to allow for easy placement, I suppose, of the shaft. Now, a few extra key sort of features in this one. Obviously, the transmission is belt driven, and then you do have a cam clutch system built in as well. And then beyond that, there is the gearbox with a freewheel. So a few extra things that, again, through R&D and reinvestment in our product, we have learnt that, especially the cam clutch, obviously that's the most common one I get asked for all the time, depending on your tractor as well. Now this one is only suited to your 1000 PTO speed. There is 540 options, but that'd be in your smaller UMLs and your Patricio versions. So this one, 1000 horsepower PTO speed. Depending on the tractor and I suppose your angle of your PTO, we can get extensions. And then on the top side, we can do, again, depending on I suppose who the carrier is and then who you have in the service department of said carrier. We do provide hydraulic top links. You can obviously get mechanical top links as well. Everything is singularly housed. It's not dust proof. Obviously there's breathing systems or breathing slits on the back side here, but everything's easily accessible. You can undo these, pop these straight up, both sides. There is grabs on both sides. After that, that's pretty well it. This is our baby version, or our sort of intermediate version of our vegetation mulches for your PTO side of things. Again, there is a Patricio and there is a UML. So we do officially start at 50 horsepower. 50 to 100 is where that Patricio sits. And then you do jump up to your UML, which is slightly sort of taller or larger horsepowers. And then it jumps up to your DT, which is your dual transmission again. So guys, that's a bit of the UML DT. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself. I'll be more than happy to put you in contact with any of our dealers within the great state of New South Wales and ACT. If it is outside those states, can't help you, sorry. No, I can, it's all good. Yeah, please feel free to reach out still. I'll put you in contact with one of our guys, one of my colleagues, who'll then be able to help you out in your respective regions or countries for that matter. Obviously we do have warehouses in multitude of countries, 10 warehouses around the world, 400 staff members, so we should be able to help out in any capacity that you guys are chasing. So yeah, take care, have a great afternoon, cheers.